All right, part 2 of your notes, fraction to percent. The rules are, use Tybo first, which we already learned, top in, bottom out. Then move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Okay? Now go ahead and put some brackets or circle, move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Move the decimal, Tomorrow when you come to class, you need to be able to tell us why. Why is it that we can move the decimal 2 places to the right? Okay, so open up your handy dandy flap and we're going to do an example. So let's turn 1/4 into a percent, okay? Before we get started, before we even go on, I want you to think about the word percent. Percent. Is there any part of that word that you've heard before or that sounds like a word that you've heard before? Percent. Percent. Cent. Cent sounds like century, or in Spanish, cien. Does anyone know what cien means? If you thought 100, you are correct. Cent is 100, so percent means for 100 or for each 100. So percents are out of 100. We are going to see that in just 1 second here. So if you look at our rules, it says use Tybo first. Let's go ahead and do that. So top in, bottom out. And I know that 4 doesn't go into 1, so I'm going to go ahead and add my decimal and my 0. Bring that decimal point straight up. 4 does not go into 1, so I'm going to put either an X or a placeholder 0. I like using the zeros better because you can keep it there, whereas the X you're going to have to erase. 4 goes into 10 2 times to give me 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. I'm not done, so I got to add another 0, bring it down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. Minus 20 is 0. All right, when I have a 0, I know that I'm done. Okay, so I have 0.25 or 25 hundredths, but we're not done. The rules say move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Now let me show you why we can do that. Okay, multiply 100 times 0.25, because remember I said percent. Cent means 100. 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 1 is 5, 2 times, oh wait, placeholder 0 right there. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, and 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, add them up. I've got 0, 0, 5, 2. And I gotta make sure that I check the place values. Okay, I have 2 place values before my decimal. So I have to do the same thing in my answer. 1, 2, and the decimal goes right there. So 1/4 written as a percent is 25%. Okay? There you go. Now, you're not going to have to do this every time. You're not going to have to multiply by 100 every time. If you notice, the rule or the notes actually just say to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So if we got our original 0.25 that we got after Tybo, and I moved the decimal point 2 places to the right, 1, 2, I would get the same answer, okay? Because whole numbers have 25 with the decimal is the same thing as just 25 wholes, okay? Now notice that as I'm writing these notes, I'm not writing anything in the center part. We're going to save that for later, all right? Okay, close that. Now we're going to do percent to fraction. Percent to fraction, write the percent over 100 and simplify. Simplify, okay? For homework, I want you to write, what does simplify mean? Because I'm sure that you've heard that before. What does it mean to simplify? Okay, you can just write it down here somewhere. And we're going to do our example. Okay? If I tell you 22%, okay, 22%, it says write the percent over 100. So 22 over 100 and simplify. Now let's think of the common factors of 22 and 100, and I'm going to let you do that for homework to simplify this fraction, because you should know how to simplify. All right? Now this is the end of part 2 of the notes. You need to watch the next video to get part 3 of the notes and finish up.